As online marketers, business owners, and copywriters, I know we are always looking for inspiration to fuel our marketing initiatives. The only problem is, where in the heck do we even find it? And why is it that every time we see something genius, we can never find it again? Or we screenshot it and then it gets lost somewhere in our thousands, or in my case, tens of thousands of photos on your phone. In this video, I am solving that problem for you. I am going to show you all the places I love to look for marketing inspo. Plus, I will give you some tips so you can build your very own inspo file and have endless inspiration on demand anytime you need it. So keep watching. Hey Posse, what's up? It's Alex coming at you this week with another video to help you become a better copywriter and marketer. Or if you're a business owner and you're doing all of the marketing yourself, my channel is just the thing you need to DIY your way to more leads and sales. So if you're not already part of the crew, go ahead and subscribe to my channel below, and don't forget to ring that bell to be notified when my next video goes live, because you won't want to miss it. Now, as much as I love copywriting and marketing, let's be honest, sometimes the ideas just aren't ideaing. And so it's in those times that a swipe file really comes in handy. Sitting down to research ideas ends up taking hours. Plus, we both know that you're gonna get distracted and you're gonna go down a rabbit hole or two or three, and then you're gonna wonder, what the hell was I even looking for in the first place? And before you know it, 2 hours have gone by and you still have no clue what you're putting in tomorrow's email, and you've just wasted a lot of time doing research. Ask me how I know. So if you don't already have a swipe file, then trust me, you absolutely need one, or 5. Now, I'll admit, I don't love the term swipe because it implies stealing, which is 1000% definitely not what I'm talking about. But for the sake of using standard industry lingo, I will call it a swipe file. But just so we're clear, what I'm talking about is collecting or putting together a resource of juicy ideas, great copy, and inspiring marketing strategies to get your creative juices flowing. So it's really a place to go for inspiration, which is why I like to call it an inspo file. So how do you go about creating a swipe or inspo file of your own? Well, I'm going to show you that right now, starting with 5 ways to build your own swipe file, like now, starting today. And at the end of this list, I'm going to share with you some of my favorite done for you swipe file sites in case the whole DIY isn't really your thing. All right. So tip number 1, create an inbox inspo folder. All right. So I'm starting with the most obvious one, but look in your inbox. I have said it once and I will say it again and again and again. Your inbox is a literal goldmine of copywriting and marketing inspiration. Every single day you are getting emails filled with content, promotional campaigns. I'm talking newsletters, announcements, events, right? Which is a great opportunity for you to see what other people are doing right now in their marketing. So resist the urge. I know it's tempting to just delete every single email you get from a marketer, and instead get into a routine where you spend 5 to 10 minutes a day scrolling through your inbox and watching what other business owners are doing. In fact, some of the best marketers I know do this, and then they tell me they are doing it on my emails. Like this email that I just got from my friend and CEO of Smart Marketer, Molly Pittman, where she says, "Alex, I am watching your event campaign like a hawk. Wow, this is one of the best campaigns I've ever seen. It is so smart. Definitely watching and taking notes." Like, little humble brag there. Molly Pittman thinks I am a good marketer. By the way, Molly is speaking at my upcoming event, Posse Fest. And if you don't already have your ticket yet, what are you waiting for? You can grab yours below before they sell out. So just make sure you're getting on the list of all your favorite business owners and marketers, and then watch what they are doing. Then all you have to do is create a new folder in your inbox and title it Inspo. That's it. And then as you're going through your inbox, ask yourself, do any subject lines really capture my attention? If so, that is a really good sign. Add it to your inspo folder. Do you click and read any emails start to finish, right? Another great sign. Boom. add it to your inspo folder. Or maybe you don't read the whole thing, but something in the email really interests you. Maybe you loved the story they used or the way they pivoted from the story to the sale, or you just like the way the email is formatted. Add it to your inspo folder. Now, it might be a little bit overwhelming in the beginning, especially if you aren't used to sitting down and actually going through your inbox, like you're one of those people that has thousands of unread emails, I mean, absolutely no judgment. I have been there before too. And if you are one of those people, then you need to watch my video on inbox zero, and I will link to that at the end of this video. But I promise it will get easier and faster if you stay consistent, and the inspiration you will get will be way worth it. So whatever you do, don't just leave it sitting in your main inbox, because I can almost guarantee you that you will not be able to find it when you need it. All right, so moving on to my next tip to help you build your own inspo file. Number 2, copy in the wild. So this is one of the easiest and most practical ways to start building your swipe file. And you probably do this already in your brain and you don't even know it. And it takes almost zero effort on your part, which is amazing, because copy is literally everywhere you go. All day, every day, you're surrounded by copywriting and marketing materials. I'm talking billboards, the packaging on the products that you buy every single day at the grocery store, ads on the sides of buses, and even those cute little sandwich boards that you see outside your favorite cafe. I love those. They're always so fun and witty. So when you're out and about, start noticing the copy in the wild, what is around you, what catches your eye and why. And if you think it's funny or genius or something you want to remember later, go ahead and just snap a quick photo of it and then add it to an inspo album on your phone. I do this all the time. All right, moving on to tip number 3, save captions and posts on Instagram. So thankfully, Instagram and Facebook too makes this super simple. Anytime you see an ad you love or a post or a reel and you want to save it so that you can refer back to it because you want to do something like that, all you have to do is hit that little save icon and then add it to your inspo folder, which is a collection that you can create right there on Instagram. Just like this collection that I've named Reel Inspo. And then anytime you want, you can just refer back to it. It's really easy. You just go to your profile, you click those little 3 lines in the upper right-hand corner, scroll on down to where it says saves, and voila, there you can find all of your saved collections. All right, now on to tip number 4 for building your own swipe file, Facebook ads. So like I said, I love to save ads on Instagram or even Facebook as soon as I see them, but I don't like to just save the link, because even though you can just technically copy and paste the link or save it in a collection, ads have been known to stop or be taken down after a little while, which can be super frustrating if you want to then go back to it and reference it, but it's no longer there. The content has been removed. So that's why I don't just save ad links. Instead, what I love to do is actually screenshot the ads that I love, and then I add them to an inspiration folder specifically for ads. And you can keep this in your phone like I do with the others, or in a Dropbox, whatever's easiest for you. But another really awesome feature of Facebook is that you can actually do like a super deep dive into the ads of a specific brand and see all of the ads that they are currently running, which is really, really fun. And I love sitting down and doing this when I have more time to work on my strategy or I'm looking for inspiration with hooks. So let me show you exactly how to do this. So you go to the Facebook page of a brand whose ads you want to see, click About, then scroll down to where it says Page Transparency and click See All. Then scroll all the way to the bottom and then click Go to Ad Library. So here you can see that this brand is currently running about 40 ads, and you can just scroll through the whole library and check out what another brand is doing. And this is just a really great research tool, especially if you're looking to start creating ads and you want to replicate a brand that you really love and admire. And this is just such a great research tool and a place to get inspiration, especially if you're writing ads or landing pages or doing anything for lead generation. All right, now on to tip number 5 when it comes to building your own inspo file. And then after this, I'm going to give you a list of all of my favorite swipe file websites that have like thousands of marketing examples. All right, tip number 5, save the stories that you hear on podcasts, shows, etc. This is probably one of the more complicated ones, since typically you're not listening and reading or writing, and it's not as simple as just taking a screenshot. But I love listening to podcasts, and what I love to do is add a very quick summary or description of the story I just heard into a note on my phone. And if I'm driving, I just use the voice to text feature in my notes app. So as an example, one time I was driving and listening to a podcast about evil books, which obviously piqued my curiosity, right? Evil books. And one of the books that was talked about was something called the Codex Gigas, which is known as like the Devil's Bible or whatever. And immediately I knew I wanted to save this story in my inspo file and use it somewhere in my marketing. I didn't know where, but I wanted to save it. So while I couldn't just jot down the entire story quickly, I could record a voice memo or use the voice to text feature to, record a little note. And then I'd be able to hop online, do more research later, and then of course incorporate it somewhere when I was ready. And that is exactly what I did. I used the story in an email that I wrote. Now, I know this sounds like a lot of work, but I promise you it is so well worth it. And if you can get into the habit of doing this frequently, every time you see something that inspires you, before you know it, you will have an endless treasure chest of inspiration that you can pull from any time you need it, or anytime you're just stuck on a hook or an angle or something to write. And one last bonus tip, if you have a team and you want a collaborative inspo file, you can actually create a shared Dropbox like we do and invite your team to share inspo that they find online. So we have our inspo file broken down into multiple categories inside our Dropbox, from copywriter resources to emails to event pages. That's a new one because I'm planning my first event, landing pages, presentations, products, sales pages, and funnels. And we'll probably keep adding to this. But I love this because it makes it so much easier to locate something when you're looking for it and to share ideas with your team and give them a place to add their ideas too. But listen, if you don't want to DIY your own inspo file, no worries, because there are plenty of websites and resources out there that have already done the work for you. Now, of course, it won't all be applicable to you and your brand, but still it is awesome to use these sites as a resource. So here are my 7 favorite places to check out when looking for inspo online. Milled.com for e-commerce email inspiration in case you don't already have enough in your inbox already. Swiped.co for sales page inspiration and even some old school sales letters, which are awesome to read. Grow My Newsletter. This one has examples of landing pages specifically for newsletter opt-ins. And it even tells you the conversion rate for each one and where the main traffic source comes from, which is so cool. Adage.com, specifically the creativity tab. This is a great place to get a pulse on what is working in marketing right now, from TikTok trends to insights on other brand commercials and so much more. Swipefile.com, here you'll find a great mix of basically everything from emails, sales pages, newsletters, and pretty much just any type of direct response marketing you can think of. BuzzFeed, so listen, I love scrolling BuzzFeed for headline and hook inspiration. Those titles are so juicy. And lastly, this is along the same vein, Cosmopolitan.com is another great place to look for headline and hook inspo. Blame the 90s baby in me. I used to sit there and just read Cosmo mags and be like, this is so good. And speaking of super juicy hooks, if you're looking for inspo with your content and you want a whole bunch of fill in the blank hooks and headlines that you can use for social media captions and even subject lines, make sure to grab your free copy of my 99 hooks guides with, yes, 99 hooks that you can fill in the blank, copy, paste, and go. You can grab a copy of that at the link in the description box below. And I hope you found this video helpful. I'm curious, what are your favorite places to look for inspiration? Drop it below and let's help each other out. And I will see you next week with a brand new video. Until then, I'm Alex. Ciao for now. All right, guys, if you enjoyed that video, make sure to check out the next one from me right here. And you can click right here to get a free gift. Declutter your mind by decluttering your inbox. Yes, today I am sharing with you one of my favorite productivity methods of all time, inbox zero. So what is it? And do you really need to have like 0 emails in your inbox in order to be more productive? And how the heck do you even get started organizing an inbox with hundreds or even thousands of unread emails? Yes, you know who you are. We're gonna talk about all of that and more in this video, so keep watching.